Hello. Sorry,
Hi.
I'm late. I had to.
Sorry.
Oh, it's just really icy outside. I had to get the car out there.
It was.
Nightmare.
I was in London last night. It was -5.
Was it?
Yeah, I literally got out the car the other end, and it felt like I was in a different country.
Oh, really?
It's so cold.
How are you?
I'm all right. Yeah. Well, I've got like layers and layers on because the radiator's broken in my office,
Oh, no.
so it's bloody freezing.
Yeah.
Anyway, have we started? Because this is crap.
Whatever. So, who have we got today?
We've got Maddy from Traitors.
I'm going to be a little bit starstruck because you've got me into
I am going to be
it.
100% starstruck.
Right. What's really important though for me is that we've watched. We watched 2 again last night.
So how many have you done?
6.
And how many are there? 12.
Oh, is it 10, 12? Yeah. I don't want to know anything about. I thought we can easily talk about this without talking about who's left and who's
Yeah,
won.
there's loads of stuff. I was thinking about what I want to know. I want to obviously know how she got on there. Obviously, I sort of want to know particularly about certain people on it. But yeah, to be honest with you, I've finished it and I'm sort of muddled. It's like coming out of a fever dream.
Should we explain what we're talking about? Have we
Traitors.
been clear? The BBC.
No.
We've got
Yeah,
Maddy.
so if you haven't seen it, this will have you probably won't be
Most
interested.
people have watched it, haven't they?
Yeah, I think so. But if you haven't, go and watch it. It's like is it a game show?
It's reality
reality
game
show.
isn't it? Yeah.
It's like a big parlour game, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
And even though I've watched it, I don't really know how to explain it. Do you know how to explain it? It's like,
Well, there's 20 contestants living in a castle, and 3 have been chosen to be traitors.
secret traitors.
Secretly have been chosen to be traitors, and each episode they get rid of one of the others. In the middle of the night, they choose who they want to leave, and then the others, the faithful lot, have to decide who out of the 20 are the traitors, don't they? Really?
That was really well explained.
Thank you.
Like no, genuinely, I was like, oh, David's good at this.
Right.
It's nice to get a compliment every now and
Give
then.
me another TV show that I can explain what it is.
Strike It Lucky.
Oh, fuck no, I can't remember.
You didn't
You have to
even
get
try.
from... No, I can't remember what the hell
Yeah,
that
come
is.
on, just go into things.
Okay,
Go.
there are 3 rows of, I don't know, 12 television screens from left to right, and 3 contestants start on the left-hand side, and they have to answer questions, and they get to, I don't know, I can't remember now.
Don't get annoyed at me. You asked me the.
I'm annoyed at the show for doing well. It doesn't make any sense.
Not as traitors, really.
What?
Not
You just
as
answer
traitors.
questions, and then you just move along a... That's it, isn't
You
it?
sound like you're going to smash your office up.
I've been trying to get the fucking car out the drives. It's icy. It's...
And I tipped you over the
Okay,
edge.
now. Oh, do you know what? I wore these today.
Dungarees.
My dungarees and my straw hat at like 6:30 in the morning to go out. And,
Fuck me, really?
yeah, and my
What do
neighbours
your
up the road.
neighbours think? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what they think. Well, I don't know what they think, but I had no pants on, and basically my willy was poking out.
Don't start with not a terrible time for.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Your willy was poking out.
Sorry. That's an
Hello.
awful
Oh
start.
my lord.
Also,
Sorry.
I put a sticker over my camera just in case criminals get you. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Craig Cash told me about that, and it's left me paranoid beyond belief about cameras like they're looking around your house or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agree.
Is that
Yeah.
true?
I think so. I didn't make it up. I just heard it through like the grapevine. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I've forgotten
I'm
about that.
starstruck.
Yeah, I am utterly
No.
starstruck.
No, guys, I am. Like,
No.
literally,
No, we're nothing.
The reason Afterlife is such a hit is because I watch it all the time. On
You've got the
repeat.
numbers up.
I literally am. And also, I love
Oh.
Charles and Brian. That
Oh.
one. That was really good.
Thank you.
It was so emotional.
You've been in my living room for the last... It's so weird.
Yeah.
Can I explain? Like, I missed sort of missed the boat, and then Joe said, and loads of people said, you've got to watch the show.
Bananas.
So I was like, oh, really? Do I have to? And then I watched 1. I was like, oh, yeah, this is good. 2, oh, this is really good. 3, flipping out, I'm in.
Horrific.
Oh, my God.
Petra, my other half, suggested getting someone from Traitors on.
Your other half.
And she's my other half. And she said, who should we get on? And she said Maddy. And I went, yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Can I just say, I think this is the best day of my life. Because honestly, you two are like my idols. But I told the care home. So the email came, or the Insta thing came up. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, Joe Wilkinson. I was like, oh my God, it's the postman. And then David, I know you well, but from your acting, but not you personally. So I was like, who's David L?
Oh, bloody hell.
I'm still thinking that. Who is David L?
No, but then I
That's
looked
the
it
way I
up,
like it.
and then I was like, oh my God, it's the rude one.
He is
Who
the
talked
rude one.
about
You
vagina?
found that out when he said my willy was sticking out.
I did, yeah, and what a welcome, you know.
You deserve better than that.
That was really
thank
terrible
you.
timing.
No, don't worry.
Maddy, can I say, I've only watched 6 eps, so I don't know who's won. So is there a way we can navigate round this without...
Yeah, of course.
Tell
yeah.
Maddy what Naomi did, which we tried absolutely not to do as well. Was she...
Oh, my God. What did she do? So we're just about to put on ep 1. What did she look? She was going to look up something to do with the Traitors. It was something... Oh, it's like when it starts, or I don't know. I can't remember how long each episode is. And she just Googled it. She went, oh, I know who the winner is.
Oh,
Because
Yeah,
we had a media blackout in our
Yeah,
house. So
she
you
hasn't told me,
don't look at anything.
basically, the residents, they all watched the first episode, and it's a bit too much trauma for them. So I all told
And
them
us.
the ending. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
and me,
Did you tell them the
yeah.
ending?
Yeah, of course. I told them, like, when I got up to, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like how it sort of went. Because
Where I got up to, now I know that you get knocked out. So you got to be really careful.
Sorry, no, I won.
Especially with you. Your missus...
Well, David,
What?
well, you say that.
Oh,
but-
okay. Don't.
No.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
won't
just
spoil
saying. I'm just saying that's not a deliberate curveball, but there's a curveball.
Okay.
Yeah. I was so close. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
sorry, that's another story. Yeah. But I did feel like I was on
Don't
death
be a
row.
spy, Maddy.
No,
Ever,
sorry.
please.
I would love that. I would literally love that. But yeah.
Where do we start?
I've got so much to like. We got distracted with David's dungarees. We started explaining what
nice.
Traitors were. Then David was having some problems with his dungarees this morning, so
Oh,
we
no.
started talking about that. But Traitors, like David, I think David explained it quite well. It's like 20 people in a house.
Yeah.
3 of you are randomly chosen to be traitors, which is basically murderers, aren't they?
Yeah. Criminals.
And then criminals. Then the rest of you have to work out who it is, and once a day you have to vote that person.
Like the weakest link.
Yes, it is like the weakest link. It's but like on paper that shouldn't be as good as it is.
It
Right.
shouldn't be allowed either. You know what I mean?
Do you know,
that
it feels really unhealthy.
It does. Like,
that's what David texted me when I'm watching it. This feels really unhealthy.
no, honestly, they took away our phone. We were in like this room, like where we stayed, and basically the security guards used to wake us up, like they'd knock on the door.
Like you in prison.
I know. And then in the morning, well, basically the night before, they sent me the Dutch version, and in the Dutch version, you get an envelope under your door, and it says you're dead. So I was like, right, I'm going to sellotape my door up. I'm going to like literally block it all. So I couldn't sleep because I kept thinking I'm going to be killed. And then in the morning, the security guard knocks and I opened the door and I was like, are you going to kill me? And he was like, are you all right? And then I was like, not really. But he obviously don't know the show. But I was there like, oh.
So we should go back to the beginning, shouldn't we? Really?
Yeah.
Because we just, like, there's so much I want to know. If you got like 3 days,
What do you mean? I'm working tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Right.
Damn it.
Better cram it in then.
Yeah.
So I really want to know. That's one of the things I really want to know, where you stayed and stuff. But how did you get on it? How did you start? Let's start at the beginning. How did you end up on Traitors?
So I applied for Race Across the World because I haven't really left
I
Swansea.
love that as well.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God.
I don't leave my hometown very much. Well, now I've started to travel a little bit more and branch out. But honestly, I basically stay in Swanley all the time. So I was like, I want to explore. So
You've got a lovely swimming pool though. So
I used to work there.
oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go to Swanley swimming pool. Yeah.
No way. bit dodgy.
Yeah.
There.
Well, you know, I loved it. Don't shatter my memories.
Asda's good. There's a good Asda.
There is a good Asda.
Yeah.
Yes, fair play.
Yeah.
So don't you be knocking Swanley. I love
No,
Swanley.
I love Swanley.
Where is Swanley? Kent.
Kent.
Yeah. It's lovely. No, I do really love Swanley. My whole family are from there, so I can't.
Got a lot of time for Swanley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sounds like it.
Sorry. Yeah, I know. You've only been swimming.
I've got to wander around before and after.
There's a market on Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
I've forgotten what I was saying.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So travelling, you were going to go on.
Oh yeah. So then Corona happens, but I'd obviously sent in this video saying like, oh, I'm an actor and like I work in a care home, and then I must have clicked something that said you can contact me for other shows, because I got this random call and this woman was like, we're doing this thing where it sounded like an acting game, you know, like you work out, sounded like Cluedo and a bit of, you know, Scrabble thrown in. But it was brutal. But I was there like, yeah, why not? So they interviewed me, and then I kept thinking I was like the Corona replacement. You know what I mean?
Right,
I was like, oh no, I'm not sure if I want it. I told my sister, I was like, oh, I had the psychiatrist appointment, like where they chat to you, make sure you're all right. Yeah. And then Rosie was like, Mad, I think that means you're on it, because they wouldn't check you. And then I had to give a wee sample. It's crazy.
What?
But,
did you?
Yeah. Not to the psychiatrist.
But what? Why? Why'd you have a wee sample?
You do a medical, I think, because of all the trials. So I was going to get, you know, that 360 thing where you get all the jabs and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to get one of them, and it cost like £600. And I remember
going in hard, weren't you?
Make sure I'm all right. And then they were like, oh, no, you don't need that. And then I was like, oh, thank God I didn't pay for that in my own money. And then, do you know what I mean? I would debt again. But, anyway, so then I went to the doctors. They just signed it. It was just, they just hit my knee. You know, when your knee goes. And it's
I always wanted to do that.
I've never tap your knee. I'll do it to you next time I see you, Joe.
Yeah, do it to yourself.
I've had me and my brother tried to do it with
I
me.
always wanted to do that. Get Petra to do it tonight.
No, but me and my brother,
Really
I'm sure we tried to do it to each other.
It really is. I'm there like, is this all you've got to do for me? And then I left my pot of wee on the side, and I don't actually think she checked it. So I was like, that's a bit weird.
Did she sort of look at it?
Yeah, she looked at it. And
okay, so medical. But did you know at this point you were in?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. So
okay.
And I didn't have a clue. I just, you know, when you're just like, it's better to say yes and then go for it. And I think it's sad, but I think coming from like not having loads of money, you're more likely to say yes to these silly shows, which is sad, which is like an element of like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, actually, maybe I probably shouldn't. I don't know. No, I'm pleased I did it now.
I'm glad you did it.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, don't start thinking like that in the middle of
it. We would be here right now.
And I can't believe it. I thought I was literally just going to laugh, by the way, guys, because I literally can't
not very funny.
I'm shaking. No, I didn't mean that. I just meant in the sense of like nervous. I've been to the toilet 4 times. Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that.
I don't. It's not good for my bladder.
When did you find out you were on the show then? You've done your wee test.
Yeah, done my wee test. And then a couple of days later, they rang me and told me more about the game.
When is this? Is this sometime last year?
Yeah, it was like 6-7 months ago.
Right.
So, yeah. And then
I was having a look at the trees. I was like, when was this film? Sort of late, early autumn, was it?
It'd do well as a traitor.
May? Oh, okay.
Where were we COVID-wise? Was there any COVID restriction stuff? Or?
Yeah, let's get into the COVID chat.
Yeah, had to. That's
fucking hell. Yeah, where were we COVID-wise? What variant?
To be fair, it did feel like, you know, when you was in lockdown, it felt like that, really.
Right, yeah.
Like, that was that, and we was allowed a little walk with someone called Tony, who was really nice. But it was like
good old Tony.
5-minute walk.
5-minute walk. Yeah. Who wants to go and have a 5-minute walk with Tony?
Ooh,
me, please.
Yeah.
I'm on Sony. Yeah.
God.
Put your 5 minutes in. Yeah.
So they rang you up and said, when did they ring you up and say you got it? You're in?
Like a couple of months before May.
Right.
No, maybe the month before. Yeah, April. Yeah.
And at that point, you're going, but what am I doing? And they go, no, don't worry, we'll tell you later.
Yeah.
So do I have to book time off work and all that?
Oh, yeah. So this is the thing. So my managers at the care home.
By the way, can I just say, I can't believe I'm talking to Maddy from the Traitors.
Yeah.
Shut up!
Play it cool, David. Play it cool.
I know. I was just like, I was looking at it anyway.
I feel like you're in LA or something. We're like,
Oh, what, me?
yeah, you're transatlantic. And we're
Oh,
like,
no.
Caught you in between.
Basically, this
auditions.
is my old room. No, this is my old room. I painted the wall just for
It
Dale's
looks very
sake.
LA.
It's now my sister's. Oh, I love that. I wish. The roads are a lot bigger, aren't they?
Yeah.
Loads.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I've
David
forgotten the
Speed.
question.
Yeah.
Have you done?
Yeah. They are bigger. I can confirm.
Yeah. He found it overwhelming.
But yeah. Right. So I had to tell the care home. So basically,
Right.
I used to do a different care home, right, where I played Scrabble and chess with them and like games, and then it was taking over my life. So I swapped to a new one where I'm just reception, and basically I'd just done the month's training on dementia and everything, and on the admin stuff, and then this comes up, and I was like, I'm so sorry, guys. Is it all right if I leave? I could be gone for one day. I could be gone for 3 weeks. And then I gave them flowers. And I was like, I might actually take those flowers back if I'm back in a day.
Yeah.
That'll be embarrassing.
Right. So the longest period of time you could be away is 3 weeks. Is it? I wondered how
Yeah,
the time
basically
frame.
3 weeks and a half. Mine
Okay.
was 3 weeks.
I nearly dropped a clanger there for David, actually, thinking about it. Because I was about to say about something time-wise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Maddy?
Yeah.
First day, yeah.
And the first day was actually filmed over 3 days, right, guys? And I had this knitted jumper.
Whoa! Hang on a minute. Can we get? Where did you go? Where is it filmed? Scotland.
Inverness.
Inverness.
The furthest point. The furthest point. You know where Macbeth and all of that is?
Right.
So
And is it near Loch Ness? It's up there, isn't it? Near
yeah, I
Nessie?
didn't see him or her. No.
Shame.
Oh, actually, fun fact though, you know the Loch Ness monster's feet.
Yes.
Someone.
Yes.
No, I don't actually. I'll be honest with you. I haven't got a clue.
No, I've heard that it has them. Yes.
Someone recreated that with like a fag ashtray thing and recreated it, and so like that was the first sighting of the feet, the little footprints in the sand.
Right.
But it was fake. It was just a smoker.
Right.
How did they do it with
Believe anything back then?
Also, that would have been they were tiny.
Maybe they've grown.
Yeah.
How weird.
So, sorry, Matt, you went up to Scotland.
Yeah.
I mean, I could
And you
go
hadn't met
into-
anyone at this point.
No.
When did you meet everyone?
On the first day, so they kept everyone separate.
When you arrived at the train station,
That was it.
that was it. What train station was that?
I don't know. I think it was recreated, you know, or it was in the middle of Inverness. It's actually 30 minutes away from, you know, in Harry Potter, that big train.
Oh yeah, I want to go
it's
there.
near there. Yeah, me too.
Oh.
But yeah, it's near there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did
Actually,
you
no,
not
it
go
was
over
real.
that bridge?
No, I did.
I thought it might be one of those ones like they have in Sussex, you know, like the Bluebell
nice.
Railway kind of thing. Where
Yeah, actually, the more I think about it, the more it was like that.
Love if
Also,
it was they all folded
nephew,
it down as you.
imagine like pack it away. That's what it felt like. Yeah, my nephew loves trains, by the way. He's so sweet. He always goes, that one's a southeastern rail. You know what I mean? He's really sweet. So we go and watch him. But that's all I was thinking. I was like, he would love this.
Yeah. I forgot about you turning up on the train. Yeah, everyone was on the train, weren't they?
Yeah, we did do that. But it just, obviously, our bit wasn't good enough.
Well, did you not? Were you not in the? No, you weren't.
I was, but I think my intro was in the castle, so maybe I was too like.
No, because some people were sort of introduced at the station, some on the train, and weird at that point because you don't know anyone, so you're not invested. So you go, okay, I don't know who that is, and then you cut to like an hour later. You go,
oh my God,
yeah.
To be fair, they probably cut it because when I first met Dr. Amos, basically in our rooms there was these curtains, and it was like a see-through sheet, And so I couldn't sleep the first few days when we had our phone taken. I was like, it's like Dubai. Like, I've never been to Dubai, but you know, all the lights like shining. And I was like, maybe this is part of the game. They just want me to be sleep deprived.
So you didn't know what was real and what was...
No, but then our first chat with Dr. Amos, he was like, he'd worked out the curtains were behind the curtains.
Oh,
and they don't tell you that.
And that's why he won it. I'm joking.
Yeah.
They did that thing. Oh, sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit. But you know when everyone got in the car, did you drive in the same direction? Because the Traitors, I was like, they must have to do that
one
journey.
At a time. Yeah, one at a time in the cars. And then they put a blindfold on us, basically, as we're getting closer to where we were staying. And the the mask, that in itself, I was like, oh God, this is like criminal, very dodgy. Do you know what I mean? Because I was like, I couldn't. And each time, the poor welfare.
I'd have panic attacks.
Yeah, it was a lot. I even asked the security guard for like ice cubes for my eyes. How sad. But in the morning, I kept crying at night and being like, I thought I was being murdered. And then and then I was like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Because when I came back home, my granddad basically only had like a sort of week left. And I felt really put my life into perspective. Because I was like, I wasn't on death row. I was so far from that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're learning the rules of the game as you go, the same as us watching.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Because I was thinking like the next series, people are going to be savvy to it.
Yeah, they'll know what to expect, I think, maybe.
It felt like a Big Brother trial extended over 12 weeks and gone into,
But question for you, question for you, what weird thing to say.
Question for me, actually, please, Joe.
Question for David. Maddie, would you mind being silent?
Yeah, of course.
No, I mean, no, this is all for you.
Mute me, just mute me.
Yeah. I think we've had enough of you, Maddie.
Enough now.
Do you think, like, the other series will go as well as that one? Because I felt like it was all new to us as the viewer. We were like, this, what? Like, do you reckon the second, because it won't have the same...
They could add bits and pieces,
I think they'll add, it'll be a lot of things.
Because you can't just do the same thing again, do you think? Because, like, we all know what's coming up.
Yeah, what's next.
So, they'll have to really fiddle with it.
Yeah.
You can't, like...
Definitely, yeah.
Is that a rubbish question? I feel like it was a rubbish question.
No, it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine.
I know. I feel a bit...
Oh, don't bring yourself down. No. Honestly, that was a great question. Shall I answer it again?
Yeah, please.
Yes, they'll change.
Yeah, more energetic.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, they'll keep the same format and just rinse it.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Them dry.
Do you know the bit that does my head in the show that makes me go... I always feel like somebody's watching me. It's really weird, isn't it?
It's like covers. Yeah.
Every time I go, why have they fucking done this?
For the first 5 seconds of that, I was thinking, fuck, has David got the wrong show?
I know, I was like,
what's he on about?
The bits before we get ready for bed. It's so funny.
I was like...
I always feel like...
They did play a song though, guys, before the round table. They played... Going to the Hanging Tree. It's from Hunger Games.
Oh, right.
But to get everyone psychological. But in the end, we were just there like singing along to it. And I think they were a bit like, this isn't supposed to happen.
Oh, you're meant to get tense, but you're all actually
we were like, woo!
The bit stressed me out was in the first episode when they pulled up and Claudia Winkleman there. Someone shouted, "She's my celebrity crush." And then it cut to Claudia Winkleman. She had no reaction.
Yeah.
And I was like...
I love that from her. Ooh. Maybe it was the fringe. I think, above everyone.
I don't know where to start. I'm just thinking about the listeners, whether to do it. I don't know how to ask questions.
Well, should we just not talk?
Oh, no. Okay. Please talk, guys.
So can I jump to the table at the end of each episode? How long are you sat round that table in real time?
Quite a long time. Yeah, hours. Like literally.
Hours?
Yeah, sometimes it go on and we'd be like, oh, God. And then...
It's like jury service, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like jury service.
I've never done it. I would love to do that.
No, oh, God, I hate the idea of doing it. But
I want to do it. get time off work.
Well, we can sort that out, can't we, David? Can we
Speak
sort
to
out
a few
during-
people.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I
please.
was thinking about the table and stuff.
But
were
yeah, it
talking
was a
about
lot longer. Yeah. And
Hours.
often in the edit as well, they'll make it seem like it was more obvious. Do you know what I mean? Like they'll put people that speak first, last, and do you know what I mean?
Right,
Make it such
yeah.
dramatic effect. Because in my head, I was like, did I speak first? I don't remember ever being
Right,
like.
yeah.
And was it?
But,
Did it get incredibly tense around there as it?
oh my God,
As it came across?
Like even Andrea at one point, she got cramp in her leg, and then and then it was really, no, I shouldn't laugh, but like
should.
it was like really emotional, yeah. But
Her
also
getting cramp was emotional.
just everyone sort of attacking each other.
When Aaron walked
And the
out,
cramp.
when Aaron
I
walked
know.
out,
I felt really bad about that. I
Oh
felt
my
like
God,
I'd
that was the
caused
first-
as well.
yeah, that was the first time it felt like, oh, people could start crumbling on this show.
Yeah.
Sorry, my favourite is Andy. He's amazing. Is that Andy?
Right, I haven't watched it for like two
Andy?
weeks now. Which one was that? Was
Wait,
Andy?
what one's Andy? Describe them.
John, sorry. He's bloody brilliant.
Yeah, I didn't see him being harsh to Aaron, and then I felt like I'd caused that. Do you know what I mean? And then so I've texted him like, I'm so sorry, but then he was like, no, Mad, like it's fine, like, and he's actually such a nice guy. And then he was saying sorry to me because I think,
is this the one you honed in on as well as Wilf?
I thought, yeah, what an idiot.
That's what I loved about you. That's what I loved about you. I thought, you were like one of the 3 people that didn't do the same as everyone else. You went,
can I
it's
just
him
say,
and it's him.
Can I just say though, I was the only one guessing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the
But
aim of the game.
that puts your neck on the line, though, doesn't it? That puts your neck on the line, girl.
And I was writing notes. But my mum did say, she was like, Mad, I think you really held yourself well in the last day. But can I just
say anything, please.
It's only because
the last day, brilliant.
I'm one of 4, and I feel like round our table, we used to have really horrific fights. Do you know what I mean? And that was nothing compared to like Harry and William. Sorry, honestly, it was like, I think that set me up in good stead.
What to jump to you honing in? What was it like? Because what's amazing about the show is you've got really nothing to go on. Really, that's the mad thing, because we're watching like you going, it's these two, and we're going, well, we know whether you're right or wrong. And you were like, right, but you just going, what made you go, it's them 2 buggers?
I think it's because I thought his panic attack was real, because it was, and like because it was such a upsetting moment, I was like, something must have caused that. And then because I watched a lot of films and stuff, Will was opposite me, so I was like, it's him, 100%.
Simple where he was sat.
I know. But also, he did get emotional, Wilf, about Claire leaving. I was like, I don't really believe that. And then everything that he did, I was like, that was obvious. He was a bit too. Do you know what I mean? He looked a bit tired as well. So he'd been up all night killing people. And in his snack bag as well, guys. I said this in one interview and they really rinsed it. They put it as a thing. He had like pepperami sticks. And basically I was there like, I've only got a bit of porridge in mine. Or like, do you know what I mean? So he needs his protein to keep him up.
I love
killing
that.
everyone.
Is so mental. And you're going, yep.
That's him.
So mental. Who would have 3 pepperonis?
Oh no!
Did you stay awake till midnight, as it shows on when it goes?
Yeah, it was pretty. It was about 11:30. Yeah, I know. I like to have a solid 8 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is.
Can I ask another question? Sorry.
Yeah, go.
You know where the traitors meet?
You can't. Sorry. Yeah. End call.
You know where the traitors meet?
Yeah.
Is that a set or is it part of the castle? It feels.
You might not know.
I don't know, to be honest, but I think it's part of the castle because there were so many little bits.
Feels a bit fake.
Many. Maybe it's a set then.
Would you have liked to have been a traitor?
Yeah.
You think?
I would have.
Now, having seen it though, because I'm like balls to that.
No, I think I would have just because of the sleep aspect. Like I literally thought I was going to die. Whereas,
every night?
Yeah, every night. I know, I'm an idiot. Like,
it's just like, because you get so caught up in it. Is that what happens?
I think so. Yeah, I'm a method
it becomes
actor.
your world.
Well, no. Yeah. But you know what I mean.
Hello, Chatter Biscuits and Chatter Biscuits with nuts, etc. If you're enjoying this podcast, you need to get on our Patreon. You will get early access to ad-free episodes. There'll be videos and behind-the-scenes sneaky pics. It's basically a place where we all hang out together. And also, you'll be given instant access to our Discord community, which is a friendly place where Chatter Biscuits share stuff and talk to one another. It's like a nice Twitter, basically. So just go to patreon.com/chatterbix. Also, Patreon is also an app you can download onto your phone. All for the price of a coffee. Once a month, you pay a few quid, and you become a VIP Chatter Biscuit. That's what you like. Sign up at patreon.com/chatterbix. The link is in the description of this episode. There, done.
Patreon, give it to me. Patreon, I need it, girl. Patreon, give it to me. Patreon, I need it, girl.
How do they find out they're going to die? Because they on the show they sit down, they think,
Oh
so
Yeah.
what time of night is that?
No,
And
so
when do they find? Yeah,
we all go to breakfast as if we're going to go to breakfast. We're all in these cars in like 3s or 4s. And then you're taken to these bedrooms. There's so many bedrooms in the
so
castle.
this is all in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning. And you're in like
Oh.
waiting, holding rooms. So you're sitting
Oh
there
my
like,
God.
gosh, I could die in this bit. And then literally you're taken off one at a time or in 3s. And sometimes whenever you're in a pack, you're like, oh, we've made it to breakfast. But if you're on your own, I used to turn to like the runners and be like, am I still alive? Or am I? But they'd
Right.
literally be taken to a room, given the envelope, whereas you'd be taken down to breakfast. Woo!
Right.
And then you're alive.
Because they could give you an extra night's sleep by going, you're not in it
Yeah.
the night before.
yeah.
So because you've got all that night of worry,
All that night.
and
And
they could
then,
do it the night before, couldn't they?
yeah. And I'm not religious, guys, but honestly, I was waking up at like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, like having an epiphany, like it's Will, or like, do you know what I mean? And having to write it down or thinking of things that happened that day that made me think it was them. But actually, can I just say, I'd like to say that I'm not sure if there is a God, just in case if there is someone up there. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
want to.
yeah.
I don't want to ruin
Yeah.
it for myself.
Yeah, hedge your bet.
If
yeah,
I
hedge your
turn
bet.
up, yeah,
Yeah. I always think that.
yeah, love that.
I'll never say.
Never say never.
Definitely
Yeah.
not. In case.
No.
In case
In case
No.
there's a really nice room
that.
up there.
Yeah.
For me, yeah.
Yeah.
So at night, when you all go to bed, everyone leaves the car. Because my wife Naomi was saying to me last night, so how do they do this? How do they separate the traitors from?
Yeah, that's what I was meant about getting the car.
Yeah,
like
I think
walking,
everyone
because
gets
you all
in
go
the
out
cars.
together, and then you
Yeah.
have. How do they not see? Because you don't want to see one car slide off and go.
That's
"Oh,
what I mean. I
there's
think
John."
they're up so late. So all the cars go off one at a time. So you're sat in this room, they take the microphones off, and then one at a time you're taken out. And I reckon the ones that and there's no sort of set way. So I was looking at it like, why have they taken him off first? You know, in the car? Is it because
Right.
he's going to be up all night?
Okay.
You know? But yeah, I reckon then their cars just do a U-turn, come back to the castle.
Yeah, right,
And then,
right.
you know,
See, stuff like that was going through my head at the time.
yeah.
Like,
Wow.
So
that's
when
proper.
they're in the traitors, when they're doing that little bit, filming that bit, what time of night is that then?
It must have been gone 12. So you've got to wait for
Oh.
all of us to leave. So they must. That's what I mean
God,
about him
that's
not having any sleep,
exhausting.
or people. If anyone took a nap, guys, if anyone laid down, we'd be like traitor because they're tired because of
Oh my
I
god.
know.
What was it like? Because the thing that I was fascinated as well is like it did make me giggle as well when everyone would be chatting in a group and talking about the trade. There's like 2 of them that sat in it.
It's fucking
Oh,
It
brilliant.
was
no.
it's so good. They're like,
So funny.
who thinks is what? I think, and then mix it, or
Yeah.
whatever. And you're like, it would make me howl because you'd be talking
So
right
funny.
at a traitor going, what we're going to do.
I know.
I couldn't do it.
I remember showing my notes on Wilf to Amanda, and I'd be like, Amanda, this is step proof, and she'd be like, come on, Mad, now, come on. But I was like, damn it.
That morning when it was so entertaining yet uncomfortable when Tom flipped.
Oh yeah.
He'd been quiet for 2 or 3 days.
Was Tom the shaved head guy?
The magician.
Magician.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to talk
so
about that.
funny.
Yeah.
It was one of the
Yeah, I
most.
And then
wasn't that
I
fast
like-
about that. Do you know what I mean? People took it really bad. They were like, they've lied. I was a bit like, oh, this is a game. Do you know what I mean? It's just a game.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it was funny because
Yeah, it
he
was
was dissecting the whole game.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
was,
yeah.
Were there any contestants you were sort of worried about? Because some of them are getting really emotional and upset. And,
Yeah, probably a bit of everyone, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, Theo,
Yeah.
I thought was going to
Yeah,
have
that was really sad because
Yeah.
also
Careful, careful,
Oh, yeah.
careful.
in his last moment, whenever it was, when he won,
Oh,
no,
see.
When he won the prize, when he
won.
got all the money.
it was so
Or didn't.
sad. Yeah, it was so sad, and I was like, oh gosh, like this isn't nice for anyone.
But he took, I think he took being accused worse than anyone.
Yeah, bless
Because there's
him.
one bit he goes,
I
like,
know,
he kind of
I know.
face
his
just
face.
curls up. And
Yeah.
I felt like no one accused him for like weeks afterwards because they were like, I don't want to see that again.
Yeah, no, it was upset.
He looked like he was, he
It
was going to sell.
He took it badly. I was really sad about the Ryan, really, because there's a bit before there was this bit in like the library where there's books, but there was books in there. It might not have been a library, it might just have been a lot of bookcases. But he was really sad, and he was taking it upon himself to think that the reason he was sad is because at school he wasn't accepted. And I was like, oh no, this is like,
this is not good.
and
is
I
it?
was crying for him, and I was thinking, this is like, you know, when you just want to give someone a hug, but basically it was actually quite a funny moment in this story anyway. But basically I was hugging him, and we'd recently done the barrel trial, you know, when you've got mud, mud's going everywhere. So I took extra clothes with me, and we had a shower at the castle, and you get changed. But I didn't bring a spare pair of knickers because, and then I was like, I'm not going to put on my old pair. So I was the commando, but I was wearing my tights and my skirt.
Well, so it's come full circle. So that's what I was this morning.
Yeah, exactly.
You're as bad as David.
Back at the Willie story. My vagina, but lovely. But so I was hugging him, and then I was like, I've got to give him a hug. But then I turned around and Hannah was sat there, and I was like, I'm so sorry, Hannah. Like, you know what I mean? I just forgot. So I think they cut that. That's good.
Right.
For my dignity, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want that spread, you know. Not spread. I mean, like spread on.
all over the
spread all over the news.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Oh.
How often did you see Claudia Winkleman, and did you create any kind of relationship with her, or was she very much?
She was quite distant, actually, like with everyone. She kept a sort of, and I liked that. But I remember when I came home, I was saying to my mum and my sister, I was like, nah, she was a wrong un because of the $3,000 situation. But I think I just took it badly.
David won't know that.
Oh, basically, David. Oh, sorry. He said, "Are you a team player who got the $3,000?" And I just took that moment bad, like sadly, I think. So but she's lovely. So when we went to the premiere, she was so nice. Like,
I think she's got a bit of a sweet ass deal on that because.
What are you going to say then?
Exactly.
She's got a sweet ass.
Please don't edit the last word out.
James, please edit it out.
Don't edit. Please don't edit.
Oh
No, a sweet ass deal.
Yeah, that's true.
To repeat, a sweet ass deal,
stuff.
deal,
Sure,
so you can't
sure.
cut out the word deal. Because she obviously comes in the morning and goes, off you go, and then says, now decide who, and then goes to probably watches a bit of EastEnders in the other room. Because you doing all
life.
because I did the Bake Off thing. I thought,
I didn't watch that. I'll have to watch that.
Old Paul Hollywood and Prue Leaf, they go, out you go. And you bake for like 5 hours, and they come back and go, "These are nice." I was like, "What are you doing for those?"
What I've seen of Bake Off, that seems like a long time to be baking.
The bakers go like they
like
go through the ringer, but the old hosts go, "Off you go," and then in the
they smoke.
Well, no, I don't. I'm not saying they smoke. I'm just imagine they could. They have time to smoke.
I love that.
But they go off and they have like their trailers and they're probably watching telly. I thought that's
Claudia's probably the same. She just does a fake tan and then
but what a great day though.
Comes back.
Well, like, especially when you say you got, like the start of the table bit, you're in there for hours. She goes and decide, and then go on decide.
Yeah.
Then she comes back going, who have you decided?
Couple of laps. Yeah.
And then
So, Maddy, how long would that table
So
take on
it just
average?
depends. When you're chatting,
Yeah.
I think it would be a couple of hours. It was long. And but actually, Claudia, she did let me go toilet for my final speech. So I really respect her for that.
Final speech.
I was like, I didn't want to.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
when you're holding the trophy.
Sorry. Yeah, when I won.
Oh, for God's
when
sake,
I won.
that's to ruin the show.
Imagine. But no, basically, I was like, I don't want to be upset. I've got things to say in life.
Well, we need to talk about that, because that is a credible moment when someone goes, "You're out." You've been, and then they stand up. And I was like, I knew whether they were a traitor or not, and I was going,
yeah.
So you lot finding out, that's like, must have been so. And whatever the answer was,
yeah, I know. Either way,
Yeah,
it's a lot.
yeah.
But I think as well, your heart goes, like your heart is just in your mouth, And I just wanted to be like, actually, money doesn't matter. There's more important things in life, especially people. And I think that's the thing in afterlife that I think resonates with everyone, because people are more important. And
Yeah, no, cool.
I'm a massive fan of money, though.
Yeah,
it does make you less stressed, I think.
Yeah.
And you can treat yourself to a diet.
You get money on the hip, never
hurt. Always.
Oh, flipping hell.
On the hip.
Oh, yeah. What was it like? Like, I'm not saying you did this, but if you were sort of part of the reason that someone got chosen and then they weren't the traitor, what was that like? Because you go, like, I think you're right. It is her. And then,
the only time I did that was with Nikki. So Nikki had said to me and
you had a little battle with her, didn't you? Was it her? Who was the one?
She was the first one that went, wasn't it?
Meryl.
Oh, Meryl. I saw that last night.
Yeah, so this is the sad thing. So all of my theories, I never got to work out if any of them were true, really, like in the end. But
they weren't, by the way.
You were. I think the phrase is way off.
Oh, God. Oh, wow.
You
I'm
sort
still
of,
alive.
you sort of
I'm
were
still
right,
alive.
but in
the school with way. But
It was wonderful, though.
Yeah, but so Nikki, basically, she said to me and Theo, she was like, I'm a traitor. We were like, and then she was like, I'm joking. But we were like, oh no. So that's why I voted her, but that bit wasn't shown. So maybe that was after hours that she made that joke.
Weirdly, I thought I would do that if I was in there. I'd sort of, and I'd go, because I'd do a silly joke and I'd go, then I'd definitely be out. Because I'd go, just let you go, I'm a traitor. And then you go, well, why are you saying that? And then that would flag me.
Yeah, like red flag. Yeah.
Because last night, Maddy, I said to my wife, I'd be looking at Maddy here, because she's got a lot of that about everyone else. I'll be looking at Maddy. Why's she doing this? I would.
I've got a lot to say.
Yeah, you got a lot to say. She's a traitor.
Not a rubbish.
No, I thought because it's just a good deflection tactic, isn't it?
Yeah, but they do turn. But then,
oh my God.
And then I say about the acting, but I said that out of hours. So when we was waiting for the cars, so I ripped my microphone off and I was like, actually, I'm going to leave now forever. Like, I want to go home now, sort of thing. It was after the Ryan day, and I thought the world was against me, really. But
did you say I want to leave? Did you?
I said I want to leave now, yeah. And I took it off, and then they said, you've got to repeat that at breakfast the next day. But I'd only revealed it to the four that I was left with.
You don't have to do anything, really.
I know. I should have been like, nah.
You don't have to, because it's not prison, is it?
Do you know, I watched Leo Sayer escaping from the Big Brother house a couple of weeks ago. It's the bodyguards or the security are holding him back.
Oh my God. I once did that in a play, guys. So it was called Light Shining in Buckinghamshire, and it was like when people revolt against the system and stuff. And I had this one scene where I had to escape from this church, and the bodyguards had to run after me and then arrest me. But each night I'd run a different way. I'd be like, screw you. And it was to the point where the lighting person was like, Mad, you need to stop doing that. Actually, we've got a set rig. We've got a rig where you're supposed to be. Yeah. And I was like, oh, damn it. But yeah.
Here's something that jumped out last night is when Matt when I think when he was first accused or that people were suspicious of him, it cut to a little shot of him taking his clothes off and getting in the bath.
Oh yeah, I
Oh.
remember
It got
that. I
really
was like,
sexy.
the
Yeah,
editor
they
was
do
Why?
that.
having a
They
drink
did that at the end. Yeah, they do that at the end. So when you're out, here we go. But yeah, they always did that. I ended up, I think they were like, can you take your makeup off? And I think I didn't want to take my makeup off. So I think I just put cream over my face. So I was there
And they're
like,
filming you.
yeah, they just filmed it.
Is that
It
at
was
the end?
after, right at the
Because
end.
John,
yeah.
I think John's little cutaway is him getting into bed and just plumping his pillows. It's
Oh
really
my God.
weird. It got
Yeah,
really sexy
it
last
is
night
weird.
for no reason.
That's hilarious. Well, they never asked me to do a sexy shot.
Matt
I'd
got into a
read Sherlock.
bath under some bubbles.
Yeah, I know.
I do remember me and Petri just looking at each other and not commenting.
That's what we
and then
watching. Yeah.
Just sort of went, just a sort of weird, what?
It was a bit out of body moment, well, out of the
Yeah.
bath moment.
When you went down at breakfast, was all that food there to be eaten, or was some of it just?
Yeah, so yeah, I used to have like the cheeses. I love cheese,
Oh,
but in
yeah,
the end, I
3
was
weeks
like,
of that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, do you know what? I don't fancy a bit of brie when someone's
No.
just died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the buffet at a funeral. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? No one is soggy and not very appetizing by the end. Yeah.
Right, and I don't know what my question is here, but what is it like being? Is there no way you could work out who is lying? And it
well,
just felt. I don't know how they lied so well, the traitors. I
Yeah.
felt like I would have given it away.
I thought it was the opposite. I felt like, how on earth are you going to work out who's lying when you don't know any of these people?
Well, there's a bit where Tom
Yeah.
says to Alyssa, "Are you the traitor?" Right in her
Yeah, no,
face,
and
and
then she went,
"Ooh."
No, no.
Yeah, but you don't know if that's what she does under stress. Like,
Yeah,
like,
every moment.
like if it was your siblings or something,
Yeah.
you'd go, "Is him
You'd
in it?
know.
Look at the way he's just gone quiet. He can't cope." You know, I'd be able to do it with my family, I reckon.
You're
but
right, you don't know
22 people, I don't know. I'm like, well, they're just quiet anyway.
The
I don't know.
psychiatrist said to me, he was like, "Oh, read this book." So he gave me a list of books at the end. It was really nice. And one of them was about how to spot lies and stuff. And one is in your voice. So, you know, when we went around going, "I'm a faithful," or and
yeah.
apparently if your voice goes, that's the main one. Like the main one is your vocal things.
Oh.
So maybe I should have just listened out.
I think because you're like, well, like the magician guy sort of said some stuff, which I think, because I used to watch a lot of those documentaries about murderers. You know, when they do
me
that thing
too.
where they come on and you know, when someone's gone missing and they've murdered them and they're going, "Please come and home," or whatever, and they've murdered them, and they show you what their lies. It's like apparently like looking up and left is because you're thinking about
Do you know
what you're
what?
going to
I
say and all
overthink
that.
that in the acting world. Like, say if you're doing a scene, I'll be like, "Oh my God, my eye just went up that way, but I don't know what that means." Do you know what I mean? I'll overthink that. And then I'll be like, "Oh, I'm not in the scene anymore. I'm thinking." And then
Am
sometimes.
I looking up and left again?
Or I'm going cross-eyed, or you know what I mean? Your eyes, especially they say about looking down the lens. There's something like if you look with one eye, because then the other one, I don't really know.
No,
but
I
then
don't.
No, I don't know.
even my nan, she's got one eye now, and I'm like, God, that must be really tricky for her, you know? Like, so there's
Yeah,
stuff like, yeah.
I keep thinking about Joe's impression of a family member having lost another family member. What he just did then. "Oh, please come home! Please come home!"
Well, no, but they're a murderer.
That was
But they're a
great.
murderer. No, I was playing a
Oh,
murderer.
I see. They're the
Really good. Oh, you're
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
murderer. Do you want to do that again?
No.
One more time.
I've killed the person who's
That's
missing.
fair enough. So
Oh,
they deserve
God.
everything they
Yeah,
get.
so
Love that.
they can be mocked.
Yeah,
I was
fair
not
enough.
mocking
Yeah.
someone
That is
who's
really
lost
good.
someone dear to them in a horrible way. But
That's
like-
true.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
Please
fact
come home.
if I had, it was nice of you to flag.
Red flag.
Yeah, just if anyone had missed that Joe had done something awful, just bring.
Repeat it.
I was listening, going, God, if I was listening to this, I'd go, that needs.
What's
someone
going
needs to
on?
mention that.
Well, no, it turns out it didn't need mentioning.
You want to say it one more time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
For the people at the back. For the ones at the back.
Oh God. Oh bloody hell.
Oh God, I feel like there's so much. I know what's going to annoy me as we're going to when we come off this call, I'm going to go, I didn't ask that.
I know.
Like, I need
My
to
mate was in the
pressure.
BBC yesterday. I've just spoken to him. And he said, I walked in. I saw Wilf. He said, I don't get starstruck. But he was like, fucking Wilf. That's what I'm like. It's just, it's taken over our little house this last week.
I can't believe anyone would watch like one a week. Like you have to watch like we were getting to the point where we've got to go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
That's
one
what
more.
we've done.
Like
We've done
binging
2 midnighters. We never do
Oh,
that.
never! Like we were up late. Like it was such a because it's just tension all the time. I was talking about
honestly, you're brilliant.
yeah, so much fun. Like I was saying to Dave, do you agree about the task being almost like a palate cleanser of like a
light bit?
Yeah, because all the other bits are so tense. It almost gives you time to go. Okay, there.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what we do?
together.
Because
It's
we want to go to bed. We do fast forward the task because we just want to get to the meat and veg.
Get to the nitty gritty.
I quite like seeing you get on.
One of the tasks, they cut all the bits. Like we used to do so many Catherine Tate impressions. You know what I mean? Like they was all cut. But also there's like one of the tasks. You know when we have water chucked on us.
Yeah.
Like, and it's basically we had water chucked on us, and it said kg on the wall. And I was like, Kieran, you've got to hold that up and grab all the water, and then it measures how much kg is in there. So he was there like that, and I was like, I don't think it is that. But they cut that. But then the next bit was like a ball that you had to chuck. You know, one of those things where you shove your hand in and you grab the ball and then you throw it.
I remember. Yes.
Yeah, I was like amazing at that because I think I stretched my hands when I was younger playing guitar. So like, I was like, wow, I was so good at that. And I remember saying that so much, even at the dinner table next. I was like, I really felt like I'd added something to the task and I'd raised some money for people. And they cut all of that. But I was like, I really loved that. I was
Your
like,
moment.
It was a proud moment. Yeah.
Have you made friends, good friends with these people?
Yeah, they're really nice. Yeah. Like, and I think there's some like events that are coming up that I will see them again. But it's nice to have a little breather from them, just because. There's an element of like they're all probably. I'm not sure. Do you know what I mean? You don't.
I mean,
know
I know that you're playing a game because I was watching it the other night, thinking, I wonder if you will remain friends and how it'll be outside. Because although you're playing a game, you've just been lying to one another for.
And
it's just such a strange start to a relationship.
It did between people, and you go, you must come out and go, I don't know why I attacked her.
Yeah, like honestly, I was watching it like, oh my God, did I say that? Like there was so many. I was so anxious because I was like, because you say loads throughout the day because it's obviously 24/7. I'm like, oh my God, maybe they'll use that bit or use that bit. I was like, oh.
How's life been for you since the show? Are people recognising you? And
yeah, a little bit. Or people look at me a bit weirdly. Like I had someone on the tube in London, so I was at the I was at the bottom of the escalator and he was at the top. And so he was waving at me, and I was like, is he looking at me? I was like, there's someone there. And then I started waving back, and he was like, you're my favourite. And I was like, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Will you, if you get offered other things, will you do it?
You'll get offered other things.
Yeah, I think.
Like Big Brother or something, I don't know.
Oh,
you
God,
have been offered other
sleep.
things, haven't you? Have you?
No, because that's sleep talk. I had a self.
Please go on it then.
No. But I had a self-tape the other day. I think the deadline was today to send it off, but I sent it off at the weekend. But it was a more sort of posh role in this film. But I really hope I get it. But I don't know. But you know when you're just like, So stuff
You'll
like
get
that,
off.
I'd really
I'll be
love
amazed
to.
if you won't get off.
Yeah.
If you don't get off.
Well, I'm supposed to go on Kiss 100, but actually I prefer Capital on Friday.
Well, there's the first thing you don't say.
I won't say.
Oh, she's difficult to work with.
But you know what I mean?
Oh, she comes across one way, but she's
Traitor,
very different.
massive traitor.
I think you're a traitor.
Oh no! Yeah, I'll just go on there and say that. But it's been a bit random. But I'm hoping the acting stuff, because me and my sister, we're writing this sitcom, and that's what I want to do, really.
Oh, really?
Brilliant.
Oh yeah, and we basically in lockdown we came runners up in this competition.
Oh.
And it was like Olivia Colman and Phoebe Waller-Bridge were in the audience. And
amazing!
What? Tell us about this. What was this?
Oh, it was so good. It was called Screenshot, and you did like 20-minute sort of thing on the stage, and we had so many like cans of Monster and had so many sweets that I was like, "Ugh," when I was performing. Obviously, I didn't say that, but you know what I mean? It was like vomit. And then they asked you questions at the end, and we won this TV treatment. So we're working with sisters.
Wow.
I know. So
That's amazing.
yeah, we're working on that. But there's always meetings. So I didn't know this about the writing world. You have a meeting about a meeting. And our mum the other day was just laughing, like, you got another meeting? And we're like, we've got another meeting.
Pointless, isn't it?
I know,
Humphrey Kerr, who's been on this podcast, said if you do he was talking about the Edinburgh Fringe. He goes, the better you do at the Edinburgh Fringe, the more pointless meetings you have afterwards.
Oh God, yeah, it's
which I thought was a perfect way of describing.
Would you do anything like Edinburgh? Do you need to do it? I suppose you don't need to do it, do you?
I've gone to see loads. I crammed in like 10 comedy stand-ups. I love watching stand-ups, to be honest. But I literally watched about 10, and then 2 people that I was with, they got their flight back, but I was getting the coach because my friend Beck cancelled on me, so I was getting the coach on my own. Anyway, but I got a battered Mars bar. And then
you haven't done that.
I loved it. No, it's lovely.
No.
So I really enjoyed my Edinburgh experience. Yeah, but really enjoyed.
Finished
that.
On a high with a battered.
Oh no, battered Mars bar.
Yeah. My teeth are going funny just thinking.
Yeah, there was like a group of young boys in front, and the guy at the fish and chip shop was like, "Oh, we got 7 battered Mars bar. Do we want to make it 8 battered Mars bars?" And I was like, "Yes." I was like, 100%. Get me 2, thank you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
I've never had one.
Oh, just heat up a Mars bar in the microwave. Tastes the same, really.
Oh,
You ain't got to go to Edinburgh then.
No.
Do it at home.
Horrible.
I know.
Thank you so much, Maddy, for coming.
Maddy, this has been a thrill.
Yeah,
absolute thrill.
Can I get a picture?
Oh, I need to do that. Petra said I've got to do a screen grab.
Oh,
I
is
keep
that
forgetting.
I'll do it with my phone because I'm really bad with my laptop. You know what I mean? Wait.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry.
Me neither. Thank you so much.
Can we do it again with all our thumbs up? Sorry, because I've got to do a screen grab.
Traitor. Yeah. Oh wait, you don't recognise me. My phone, so like that. Okay. Right.
I'm hoping.
Oh, what a pleasure to meet you. Honestly, I'll be watching you again tonight.
Well, I'm going to watch Afterlife again. So
keep those numbers up.
Yeah.
It's me,
David. When you watch it tonight, you can go, "I know her."
Yeah.
Yeah, I know her. If I met her, she'd go, "Hey, David," and I'll go, "Hey, Maddy, how's it going?"
Yeah. How you been?
I'm actually getting a tattoo today, guys. I'm getting a tattoo of a magpie.
Are you? Why?
Yeah, basically. Well, my mum's got like a rubbish pigeon on her ankle, so I thought it was quite funny. I've always said I want to get one sort of similar.
She's got a pigeon on her ankle.
Well, I think it's a sparrow. It's a nicer bird, but no offence to pigeons.
Pigeons. Yeah, they're
the rats.
Usual.
They are.
She's got that. She's chosen that. That's fair enough.
But me and my sister, we want to get one, like a magpie, just because, you know, when you see a magpie, you have to salute it because it's like,
yeah, I've never understood that.
Yeah, it's unlucky. So one for sorrow. Right. We're going to get one each. And then say if I ever see a magpie, I can just look at my ankle and be like, 2 for joy.
You can do 2.
So you never be sad.
Yeah.
You know? That's quite nice. Yeah.
What he's thinking.
I'm a bit scared.
Yeah.
But woo.
If you'd said that on Traitors, that would have been the reason you were out.
Straight away. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you're a bit scared about having the tattoo.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried. Yeah.
Well, I was going to have one a couple of years ago, and I pulled out the night before.
Why?
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. God, that was a big old deal for you, that wasn't it? I think we talked about that for like 2 months building up to it.
Basically, my wife.
That's sad.
My wife got my initial under her wedding ring.
Oh my God, so cute.
And I thought, I'll get hers under mine, and I didn't in the end. I pulled out.
Oh, that's really upsetting.
Yeah, I know, but it hurts because it's.
Wonder who's the better person.
Yeah, that's really horrible.
I know. I wanted to do it.
I love your wife for that. Good for her.
Yeah, I know. She's. Yeah, it's
so
just
committed. You know, yeah, I do. Yeah,
I wish I'd been there. You had to come back
nice.
And go, I didn't do that tiny.
Yeah. So did she go on her own?
The afternoon, she went. The afternoon before I went into the tattooist, I just said, "Hi, I've got a booking for tomorrow. I just want to know, does it hurt?" He went, "Yeah, it hurts."
Good luck. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, apparently it's like a knife, but
Nobody
Yeah.
didn't get it on the same day, did she? She didn't have hers done, and then you
Like
watched
a
and
couple of
went,
weeks
"I'm not-"
before.
Right.
oh, Naomi.
Imagine the same
But
day.
the commitment to you know what? She's
No.
like a
That's-
hero.
that in
She's
itself
a
is
hero. Yeah,
madness.
that's amazing. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. All right.
No, sorry. I hope you're not. You know, like how you say the rude stuff in Afterlife.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
she don't get any of that. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
she gets it when she wants it.
I want no part of this
No.
conversation anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to leave now. Thanks,
Okay,
so
cheers,
much.
guys.
Sorry to start and end like that, Maddy.
Wicked. But I've loved
Sorry.
it.
Yeah,
though.
we'll just next time we'll just be me and you, eh?
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, nice to meet you both.
Nice
though.
to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you
Thanks
too.
a million.
Yeah, thank
Thanks,
you
Maddy.
guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.